What is that? Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? That is a really good emote curve. This lighting has been really wrong lately. There we go. Are we fixed? We're good? We're fit? No. Yeah! Yeah! Gamer! Alright, how are y'all doing today? So, guys, guess what? I maybe should have done some of this on stream. I've played 15 games of League of Legends over the past 2 days. Now, I know how that sounds, right? I know how that sounds. I promise there was a reason. Yesterday, I had, like, nothing better to do. I just decided to start, like, testing some picks that, I've been lacking knowledge on. I was playing a bunch of, like, Karma mid. And then I had my actual practice. And then I was getting footage for a video that's coming up. That was today. And before I knew it, it's just like, before I knew it, it had been way more League than I intended to play. But it was interesting because I noticed myself really struggling with a problem, and that was kind of like my role, within my team, right? So I was playing like two kinds of things that I haven't been playing much before. I was playing, like, Wukong Jungle, which is not something I'm experienced on, and I was playing Sona Support, which is something that has much less agency than I've been used to lately. And it was kind of running me into similar problems, right? And I realized it's like, oh, since so much of my time has been spent on Legends of Runeterra, I've gotten really, really used to single-player games, like, where there's no team to deal with, where it's just what I can do and what my opponent can do in response, not whether it's even up to me to make the plays or not. Right? Because I was trying to, I mean, like, I was trying to force without Wukong ult, and that's obviously really, really bad. I know, but then in the context of, like, solo queue, right? Because the reason I ended up playing Sona for footage in solo queue is just because one of my teammates wanted to duo in practice, so I figured, why not? I'd kill two birds with one stone, right? And it was just weirdly uncomfortable. It's like, I'm relying on me, but, like, I'm not the one who gets to be proactive or something. So it's interesting. Like going back to League after all the Legends of Runeterra has kind of reminded me, like, one, there's a lot more variables in that game, and it's a lot harder to keep your mental stack in check. But two, like, integrating yourself into a team and, like, trying to figure out that solo queue experience is so different. Like, and so now it's looking like some of the principles that I'm learning on this climb aren't translating, like, one-to-one. Because in lore, solo queue and, like, theoretical competition really does feel like the exact same game. I don't think the same is true for team games. That's really weird. Let's get my lore notes out. That's something, that's like a feeling I just want to keep exploring through it tonight as I, like, start playing this game again. Yeah, I just want to kind of, like, let that feeling marinate while I'm climbing tonight. That sort of thing. Okay, what did we learn last time? Right, we learned a lot of, we learned some deck-specific things because last time we had just started playing Nightfall Aggro. We swapped decks. We switched to an archetype that forces me to develop skills that I haven't developed very well. I did learn that, like, I don't need to directly trigger some of my Nightfalls when I have cards like Unto Dusk, stuff like that. I learned that the value line is not always a slower line than playing for tempo. I learned how I can use my skills from control, like playing for value, and apply them to, like, an aggro sort of thing. And I also learned that I actually had a lot of skills in me that I didn't realize. Yesterday, or, like, not yesterday, but, like, our last session, we were identifying more complex lines. We were planning multiple turns in advance. We were getting better at sequencing, and I was thinking, like, I wasn't doing that very well on control, but I swapped decks, and just immediately that skill presented itself. So that is proof it's just a mental stack thing. It's just about managing the mental stack, which is cool. Back to the League of Legends thing. Team games just super different. Trust is mostly why. Trust you cannot do in solo, but you really should. Yeah, that's a big part of it too. And you kind of like, you can't communicate the same way. You can't shot call the same way. You kind of just have to. Well, here's the thing. Here's what it is. It's about me not really accepting what I do and don't have control over, because I feel like I'm trying to have control over more than I should. I mean, it's good to accept responsibility for a lot of things, because that's what forces you to improve. You look at your impact. But my problem is that I'm accepting responsibility and blame for things that aren't my fault, which goes beyond just looking for all the things that I personally could have done better, even in situations that aren't driven by me, you know? So I was thinking there's more of a problem, but not really. I really like Legends of Runeterra. I think this game's awesome. I think the economy... So, a big inhibitor for me before in Magic the Gathering, I used to play, like, tabletop Magic the Gathering, and the cost was really prohibitive. I just love how much interaction there is in this game, and how respectful the economy is of the player. Right. I love just how many cards you're given, right? Well, I think generally it is because when top laners are playing against, like, very competent other top laners, they do have to focus quite a lot on the little lane dynamics. But then once you get super comfortable with them, you really should be watching the map a lot more and, like, contributing. But, you know. Hey, let's open a vault. These are going to be, like, mostly shards. Speaking of the economy. Ooh, we actually get cards! Although, come to think of it, shards are kind of better, huh? No diamond chest this week. We get an upgrade. I get Xerath, I get Shyvana. Nice! No, that Xerath is actually kind of cool to have. Hi, Zolo. How are you doing? Is everyone having a good Friday? And I get a Jax. Oh no, what happened? What made you sad? Well, it depends on how much your mental stack is being occupied, right? If you feel confident and you feel like you don't need to divert your attention towards your explicit laning, then of course. Gone to 2 different weddings this year. Oh, is it just kind of like the melancholy of, like, people are moving on with their lives? Nice. Dean Schiller. I like to hear that. I've just been doing my, like, some video prep. Went for a long walk today. Guys, I've been single since 2015. It's okay. You don't need... You just need good friends. And, like, I mean, if you... Okay, I shouldn't say this just because I'm the kind of person who's not actively searching for a relationship, so my experience isn't universal, but... Best friend's gonna get, like, courthouse married. No, I get it. 20s are weird. Everyone's at, like, radically different phases of their lives. Like... I think, like, one of my friends is engaged. Some of my friends are unemployed. Like, some of my friends are in college, some are not. Like... But that's the thing. We don't have to have our shit figured out yet. Like... That's, like, the #1 thing that keeps me going, that keeps me confident. We don't have to know everything yet. We don't need to know what's going on. We don't even need to know what we're doing with our lives. Like... Just need to try, I guess. Right? Well, if nothing else is getting more value for you right now, why not, right? Well, I'm sorry to hear that it's been so depressing for you, though, Zolo. I do get it. But... I've got no advice. Just live at your own pace, I guess. Just... Yeah, no, my friend group splintered a while ago. Like, one of our friends just cut contact, the other got into a relationship, and it really felt like people were just kind of like moving away from each other and not talking nearly as much, and it does feel very lonely. But like, what is forwards, really? Is getting married necessarily like forwards, or is it just different? You know what I mean? I guess the answer to that question is entirely up to you, right? Yeah. And of course, I'm literally the worst person to give advice on this because, again, not seeking a relationship. I've been single for like 7 years. So don't trust me. Don't trust me. They've stopped playing. They're in a better place now. Okay, as for the climb, we are starting today. Gold 3, 25 LP. We are still playing aggro. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if I can do it. You've embraced the solo bolo life. Look, if, like, I haven't been looking for a relationship because I've been so fucked up for so many years that, like, if I don't take care of myself, what is unloading that baggage on someone else going to do? Okay. Discard aggro. Okay. This is an aggro versus aggro matchup, but my deck is the anti-aggro aggro, and I really want to mulligan for Diana then. Oh, there she is. Beautiful. Do I have a combo? No, we do have some setup here. We're going to put away a Nocturne. So we're looking for combos early game in our opening mulligan. We're going to use Diana to remove as much as we can. I mean, I do have Lunari on 1, Diana Raw on 2 into a Nightfall trigger. Pull. You know what? I'm going to stick... Like, I can actually see a line with these 3 cards, so I'm going to keep these. And we pull an Unspeakable Horror to kind of refill our hand. We pull Nocturne again right away.
Only a fool would enter battle.
The rank system is similar, but you cannot demote out of a rank. So once you hit gold, you keep it. Once you hit plat, you keep it. Once you hit masters, you keep it. It is always correct for me to swing here. Okay. No. Ooh, Jesus. Wowza. I think it's still correct for me to play out Diana and...
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is the light I cherish, Moon Sister.
Because they pull, yeah, they pull this, and then Diana is forced to block, and that feels really bad. And they're even keeping the Spiderling away, so I'm just going to take the 4. That's fine. Oh, I never played Hearthstone. I don't really have a good frame of reference. I'm actually not going to use the Desk Petal Dust. I think playing the Flight here actually pushes more damage. It's a better... So this was my original plan, but now I want to swing with you. We're going to play Twilight Protector. Diana just suddenly becomes... I mean, she's not flipped yet, so... I don't like that they're holding everything here. I know Hearthstone is an attacker's advantage game, while this one is the defender's advantage game. I don't trust that one bit, but I kind of have to deal with it anyway. Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just, like, guarantee we thin their board a little bit. So how many? We just got 2 progress for Nocturne. That's fine. You don't want that. Okay, what are you doing? Honestly, I wish this game got as much attention as TFT did. Like, there's a couple of League of Legends strategy games, and TFT, like... TFT is the exciting one, right?
My patience wanes.
Maybe I shouldn't have swung this way. Get excited onto Diana? Yeah. But there was no way to really play around that, unfortunately, and now they are going to swing kind of wide. The Flight gets shuffled back into my desk, but I pull another... my deck. But I pull another Duskbringer. Any swing here can't be too bad. And, actually, we made them use Get Excited on a unit as an aggro deck, which is huge. Alright, see ya, Garf. Have a nice night. Like, it's actually super, super, super good for us that,
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
Oh, that's gross. What do you think about this? It's probably just Doom Beast. It's super good for us that their burn was used on a unit, not on our Nexus, as an aggro deck, when I'm the one who can go later. That's probably Doom Beast getting sucked in, right? Nope. Okay. So they want me to throw away my Doom Beast, but I mean, I don't have an Unto Dusk. Pigeon comes out. They deal 1 to you, so you become a 3/3. Okay, but they're leaving Doom Beast available to kill it, so I think that's a misplay from them. Everyone is about to get very strong, but that's okay. What's wrong? I think they're going to end up throwing Doom Beast at the Flame Chompers. And this is a grant. This is a give. Battlecaster has to die, but he has to attack to actually get his value. You're figuring it out, right? You're pulling Doom Beast? No, they're really not.
We will resist.
I feel like I get blown out for making this decision, but I am going to try. No, they just actually had nothing. Okay, so, like, all of their value engines are now gone. I still have stuff in my hand. I have a 5-card advance. I mean, 2 of them are Duskpetal Dusts, of course, but... I really don't like playing with non-flipped Nocturne. I think the right play is to bank some spell mana and play off this Shadestalker.
Invisible to the ignorant.
We probably swing with just you, bank some spell mana, take a turn to go a little slower. I'm going to bank the 3 spell mana and just keep my options open. Another pigeon has reared its ugly head. I think I'm going to use the Flight as a blocker here. Just as long as I can kill pigeons, we're happy. And I can kill pigeons with a Pale Cascade, which keeps cycling my deck, which gives me access to more, like, you know, it triggers Nightfall 1 more time. If I can pull a second Diana, then... Okay, there's a double Grenadier hand. This is definitely a bit concerning now, but I will... if I played out Nocturne, I would have... Ooh, hang on. Ooh, wait a minute. This is actually really good, isn't it? I can really stifle this attack now. So I can play out Nocturne, and I can have access to both of the spells that still matter. And it's just a really good defensive Nocturne play. They're sucking the Ephemeral with a Pigeon. That makes sense. They're only attacking with those. And I think what we probably end up doing is...
Fear not death.
We don't have to sack anything. We can just use Unspeakable Horror. Now, no, not this. Not this. Pale Cascade. Because I want to hold the Horror. That's a great pull for next turn. Nocturne will flip next turn and become unblockable. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I can push for lethal this turn, I think, with card advantage. As long as nothing like tremendous... Well, even if something tremendously big does come out, I have the Glenkeeper. Do I trust this line here? Yes, you will need hard... I think I develop... I'm thinking about like what they could have. They could have a Get Excited. They could have like a Fervor. They could have a lot of ways to stifle this attack. And if I don't develop fully and I try to all in like this, I think it's too risky. I don't think the sequence of my attack matters. I will use this sapling to pull like the health spider away in case they try to buff something's power up and generate a blocker. But I think I have won this game. What is this? Get excited onto Nocturne. Unfortunate. That would have come out either way, so it wouldn't have been lethal either way that I played that. So, you know what? Ah, it's a fast though. It will never create something that can actually. So I'm going to play it in this sequence so that I can just remove a blocker and still push. I think this pushes lethal played this way. And again, second get excited on a unit. So that's a great position to be in. I drew Unto Dusk, which is just an absolutely amazing card to pull. And there we go, game 1. Hi, Krivo, how are you doing? So, when I play that game, I'm just satisfied. The improvement feels fast. The improvement feels consistent, like simple. The mental stack feels manageable. Playing League earlier, it's like, well, my teammates have influence over the game and can, like, cause me to take lines that I don't want to take. I'm overwhelmed by my mental stack constantly. I have bad habits that need to be trained out. I'm new to this, right? I'm new to this, so I don't have any, like, major bad habits yet that have been ingrained over years of play. So, yeah. It's interesting, like, almost how much more fun it is to play a ranked system that isn't a team game. Because, like, nothing beats the feeling of playing League of Legends with an actual team of 5. But I don't know, it's a weird feeling. My end of the year's going okay. So I don't do New Year's resolutions. I do yearly themes. And I forgot my 2022 one, and I didn't do anything with it. It was supposed to be the year of rest, and very clearly I didn't do anything about that. But, like, bare minimum, I can reflect on my year and say, okay, my sleep schedule went to shit. I had a lot of setbacks, but, like, I also had a lot of really good things happen to me this year. I really pushed my life forwards. I pushed my goals forwards. I built my confidence back up. And so, even though I had, like, some big ups and downs this year, I had a lot of really important ups to reflect on. And I'm just trying to decide what my next year should be, right? That sort of thing. I'm not going to review that game. Right now, I think I'm just like, should I be reviewing? Nah, we're good. Yuumi Pantheon! I have not seen this in forever. Oh my god. Okay, so again, Diana would be amazing to have. I don't have any combos with the Stygian, but it's really easy to get one. So I think I mull this way, and I fish for Diana. I fish for Solari Soldier, and I fish for the... Oh, okay, well now we have combo starters! So... Jesus, okay. Yeah. Well, we can at least cycle more of our deck by using the flight here.
Peace is a trail painted with blood.
And we pull a Fading Memories. Weird. Do you mean Panth? Yeah, probably. Aatrox goes wide.
Night flowers upon my blade.
This trades very positively with the Mountain Goat. accept it. Okay, so, I mean, the hand that I have says that I should probably
Her flowers bring the moonlight with them.
start playing this sort of thing out. I think I actually have a line that just lets me go really, really, really absurdly wide with Stygians. I don't trust what's going on here. What could you possibly be waiting for? Okay, I see what you're waiting for. Might have overdeveloped a little bit, but that's okay. You're still going to push 4 through. I mean, I'm still pushing 6 damage right now, and I think that's definitely enough for me to... No, I'm playing the flight out again. We're playing second flight. They're not going to have anything meaningful for that. And so obviously they blocked the into that. Yep, and I still push 8, and that's still quite alright with me. And I maybe should have used Fading Memories on this again. Here's a flight back in my hand. Our hand is looking fine despite everything that we just played. They're going to try to swing really aggressively now, which... So be it. That's fine. I've gotten them to 10. We have Unspeakable Horror.
My steel is yours.
Absolutely
You
accepting
cannot
that.
hold
100% every time.
They forced us to choose death or the
And now I just get to develop my board back out. They shouldn't really have any rallies that mean anything. Can I push lethal? 4, 6, 7. Depends on my top deck. I actually might be able to. If I can find 3 damage, then yeah. If it's a Doom Beast, then yeah. I don't believe it. Now, the only thing that could prevent this is if they have that stun spell. Like, what is it? Like the Pantheon Shield Vault? That's the only thing that could prevent this, I think. Or like a Sharp Sight.
A soldier stands among us.
Doesn't matter.
All soldiers this day.
Lunari, rise!
And so they will never allow this to strike. They will never, never, never allow this to strike.
Stranger.
But that's still okay.
I'll stop you.
What's this? Sharp Sight. Single combat! Ah! That's depressing, actually. I should never have swung with this. I should have let my... I should never have swung with this. Damn, now we have to work a lot harder for this.
We will be free.
Oh, and I made the mistake of thinking Doom Beast range 3, again, and that would not have pushed lethal either way. Unto Dusk would be really good here. I am just... Ah, you... You... They're presumably going to defend Pantheon with a pay. That's funny. With... Oh, but he's fucking faded, man. That's okay. Because I'm going to pull what they call... I'm going to do what they call a pro gamer move. I'm not going to reveal my Unspeakable Horror yet. Lovely.
I will make the gods remember this day.
played it a little slow, but I think we've got this. He got elusive. They were he actually pulled elusive. No fucking shot, man. Are you kidding me? No way! No, this sucks now. Are you kidding me? He pulled elusive and had access to Cataclysm and... Wait, hang on. What the hell just happened? Bastion is burst! Bastion is burst, dude! We have to try to create a card. What are we getting? What are we getting? Doom Beast? Are we getting Doom Beast? We're getting a Pale. Okay. Wait, I'm dead! Oh, fuck! He has impact! Oh, shit! No! I was supposed to... Are you serious that I lose this game? No way, man! Ah! What a dumb mistake. Fuck that. Okay. Okay, Lunari Duskbringer should not be attacking here. We already know this. So there's no need to make an all... I shouldn't be making an all-in play before I, like, am absolutely sure that we've dealt with all the interaction. Because, like, I would have an extra 2-1 right now, right? And when I have an extra 2-1... we pull exactly what I wanted. They have Nexus healing. I probably shouldn't be throwing this at Pantheon when... I mean... I now have all the information I need to know that, like... realistically, that's a bad idea. I mean... as played, I'm taking 4 more damage. Hold on, I would block 5... This is only blocking 2. This is blocking 5. I always block the Saga Seeker. Because, like, no one's greedy enough to attack with Pantheon, like, their primary win condition like that without a way to protect him when you're in, like, goddamn Targon Demacia, right? I choose not to cast anything here. So Bastion is burst and would occur either way, so Pantheon would spontaneously become elusive no matter what. I have to spend my Pale. Yeah, because I just didn't expect any of this. I didn't expect this keyword soup. And I'm like, dude, just fucking fish for your cards. Like, no, it's such a... Because I'm trying to use the... I mean, like, even if I do, how do I push more damage through? It's just, I have... and I was planning to use this on the attack, but it doesn't make a difference. Like, how could this be... This could have been prevented with just better blocking. Better blocking, better attacking. I just played the board badly. What was I trying to avoid by not... Like, is it better to just... I mean, on paper, I didn't overdevelop because my opponent realistically should have played Brightsteel earlier. But I guess they were only going to if this attack went insane. Like... Because they still haven't done anything. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Like, I haven't seen this deck in forever. I guess I just didn't... Slamming down full Stygians, like, fully committing all the way with the extra... And I still can. I still can. Why do I not? Okay, let's actually watch to see what I end up using this on later. What do I use Fading Memories on later? Hello? Can I... I'm not allowed to go faster than 1.5 now? Hello? Alright. Interesting. And it's like, it always makes sense to swing to the Stygian because he's just going to lose all of its value, right? Like... And yeah, now as it stands... I mean, getting rid of their value engine is good. The Lunari Duskbringer is low value. What do I use my Fading Memories on? It was a flight, right? Or was like next turn pushing... Okay, so as played, I missed 2 damage. I got 2 less damage out of my Ephemeral. So yes, that was an explicit misplay. And so I was just scared of the and of course that one's a misplay, but I was just scared of the concept of having fewer cards. Rather than thinking about what pushes the most damage, rather than like... Yeah, just turn 5, turn 6 was like badly played on the board. Just some poor decisions there as a whole. And then like holding cards for no reason. Ah, so I'm just afraid to blow my hand. Yeah, I mean, like, what am I holding Unspeakable Horror for? I know what I'm going to play it on, right? I know what I'm going to play it on. Why would I not give myself more information going into this open attack? What does having it later do for me? I mean, frankly, the way this played out with the Pantheon RNG, like, I would always have lost this, I think. Like, I can't see an open attack line that just tries to push an elusive over, but, I mean, I wouldn't have this low of an HP, and I could have waited, like, 2 more turns and tried to go over again, and I fucked up here, like... Okay, so, I mean, that's a thing. That's a thing, then. That's a thing. Why am I concerned about... Don't be afraid to use Pale Cascade. Well, that was my intention, but I just didn't look at the eye. I guess, like, I was going to use it on my attack, like, for the cycle to get more, but, like... I don't know. No thoughts, head empty, pretty much. Well, I shouldn't even have to forget anything. The numbers are right on the side, you know? But yeah, it was like turn 5, turn 6 played badly, and the reason that I, like, stressed myself out and kind of, like, got myself in those positions is just because I'm kind of just too hesitant to use my resources. This isn't the usual control decks that I play, where... Like, I'm not allowed to play for, like, card advantage, necessarily. There was no value in holding the cards that I did, when I could have just had, like, Ooga Booga bigger number, right? Like... Okay, so we'll kind of keep that in mind going into the next one. Yeah, because that's the kind of mistake where we don't just get to say, it happens, whatever. Like, that's just dumb. Okay, we are attacking on evens. So, Solari Soldier does definitely lose, like, a little bit of value. Okay, we're still looking for a combo here. There's no combo with any of these. I mean, I could just sit on it, like... Oh, I mean, keeping fading into Red Gwen has been, like, consistently really good, even if it doesn't develop a combo. So this is going to be, like, a slight deviation from, like, the kind of solitaire mulligan that I do usually on this deck. And it might backfire a little bit, and we'll just kind of find out if this was a good idea. Okay, I have exclusively combo starters right now, so and there we go. There's the payoff. So let's go ahead. Well, I think playing out. What's better to play out? What's better to play out? I don't get any spell mana advantage from Duskbringer on this turn, so we'll play out the Flight to optimize the attack next turn, so that Boisterous Host doesn't die. They'll swing. I'll accept. We'll play Soldier Stygian. Hold the fading for probably turn 4. Okay. How many games have I played with this deck? I have played, less than 20, at least. Like, I know it's hard. I'm putting myself in this position on purpose to play something hard like this, because it's going to develop the exact skills that I'm lacking. I mean, so obviously what's just going to happen is Soldier right into Phantom Butler, and is that even... Do I care? I'm trying to figure out if this is worth swinging with. Because his entire purpose is to kind of exert pressure and die, but do I have a hand that goes faster? I can't know for sure. I'm gonna... Oh. But you're supposed to die. I'm actually really surprised they let that swing. If they develop, I probably do, like, counter-develop into a fading. Okay, and I don't get to have that, unfortunately. That's fine. This is such a weird hand to play. Do I need to value my health right now? I mean, none of you are actually... Yeah, I need to take... I need to play for value, I think. I think we play it like that, and we use this to kind of... I mean, we use one of the Fading Memories to push more damage with a next turn Stygian. We're going to keep one of them for probably use on the Butler. I almost, like, egregiously misplayed. Just...
Once.
Where's my axe?
Okay. I'm going to bank the spell mana here, and... Yeah, because you get played with 1 spell mana next turn. Dusk Petal Dust. Depending... Oh, so what do I pull here? I pull the Flight. Okay. So it's probably Flight, Dusk Petal Stygian, Fading Phantom Butler, play that out, swing. I think that's my sequence. Which, of course, does leave my board pretty exposed, but I'm going to keep these 2 as chump blockers. They are using a Midnight Raid already, which is kind of interesting. And I'm now thinking... Maybe I play for value instead. That was kind of dumb of me. Whoops, 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 whoops. I was sitting on this and kind of just forgot to cast it. Midnight Raid on you. Wait. Okay, well, this changes the line quite a bit. I'm now no longer going to use Unspeakable on the Phantom Butler. I'm Fading Memories, rather, on the Phantom Butler. I'm probably instead going to take a Midnight Raid of my own. Glimpse. Okay, but I still create a Nightfall card in my hand, and it could still be high value. One of Moonlit Affliction. That's really funny. And obviously they will throw Ruined Reckoner at this particular Stygian. And because of that, I will then swing with what I said in my head were the chump blockers. I can't play... No, I should actually play it out this way. I'm playing it wrong. I think I have lethal. I have lethal. I'm playing it wrong. Now we win. Great. Okay, I almost missed lethal. But I actually found it. I was this close to misplaying the whole game. Okay. Whew. I just want to clear these alerts. It's bothering me to have 7. Could have dropped Gwen and healed back up. Well, presumably they didn't have Gwen if they weren't playing her out like that, right? I know I'm playing in low elo, but surely we're not that dumb to miss that line, right? Oh, if I missed lethal, they could have... Yeah, afterwards. Ooh, that would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Give me just 2 seconds. Why is this still playing? Why is my VOD, like, still playing in the background? Okay, so I spent forever thinking about this decision. Basically, I'm just trying to figure out, like... I mean, the point of these units is to just exert some pressure and die on purpose. Like, they're supposed to die, progress hallowed, right? So I was trying to decide here if I needed to value my Nexus health or if I could go, like, kind of faster than that. If I could just kind of... If I had, like, kind of a race condition against them. But I think I did correctly identify that, like, these units don't do anything right now. And won't again unless I, like, draw specifically unto Dusk on that Stygian. So I think the thing I was fighting with there was just the part of my brain that says, like, max value every time, like, on paper, like, absolute max value means, like, minimal value for them, which means, like, no hallowed, but, like... I still can't decide if that was, like, definitively right or not, though. And then there's just, like, a little mana inefficiency here by not playing out the Dusk Petal Dust, but... alas. Wait, did I win on 4? I won on 4! I'm not used to that. I'm not used to winning on 4. Okay, but I couldn't have predicted that I would win on 4 with this hand, right? Just aggro things. Aggro's so funny. So, like, the sequence never changes here. Like, this Moonlit Affliction isn't going to do anything right away. Like, I can't kill with it. I'm never going to cast it. It should always be Dusk Petal into Stygian, but, whatever. No complaints here. Can I speed us up? Thank you. Does work. Like, I'm not seeing anything that I would play differently. I'm not rushing my Fading Memories, but I'm also not failing to get higher value out of it. Yeah, like, no complaints with this turn. It really just is, like, what was the right decision on 3. And in hindsight, it was right to kind of clear out my board a little bit. But it wouldn't have... Yeah, in hindsight, that actually did matter, like, removing a blocker from them. Clearing my board, replacing my guy, like... But could I have known that? Does that even factor into whether this was the right decision or not? Like, because obviously I can't predict that I'm going to draw specifically the flight and then off my Unspeakable Horror pull another Stygian and have lethal, but I'm going to ask my coach about this. Let me write this down. This is, okay, what is this, session 11? Oh my god, I've climbed like 11 sessions now. Game 2, turn 3, ask about block. I mean, I can't come up with an answer right now. I'm going down too many impossible lines in my head, and so I just need to set that aside and ask about it, because I actually have someone I can ask, which is awesome. And I'm also proud of myself for being able to step away from a problem and just say, I don't know, let's ask later. Like, good on me. We're not spending like 30 minutes. Be thankful that we're not spending 30 minutes, by the way. that would have been terrible content. Scargrounds? Okay, cool. How do I play against... No. I mean, we're fishing for a combo. We're attacking on odds. So a Solari Soldier would be amazing here, but I'll take what I can get. I mean, sure. Like, this is cool. this is a cool hand. The funniest part is I'm not even mad. Like, they are just cycling into more cards. Like, the value. Ooh. I'm trying to cope, Karibo. Please. Please leave me be. Create a stance swap in hand. Okay, what do these do again? There is the big grow one, there's the overwhelm one, there's the regen one, and there's the ping everything one. Now they can't use, if I open attack with flights, they cannot get value out of ram stance here. Grant a stance. Okay, and yeah, so if I wait too long, these will all get pinged by the guaranteed stance swap. So I think the best value I have to maintain card advantage, well, not card advantage, but to maintain a reasonable amount of cards in my hand and not go down, is to accept the slower line and play like this. I think this is right. And we'll offer the trade of Soldier into Vulpine. Okay. Cool.
I have the name. I need the reputation.
Crimson Curator. Okay, so what is actually worth developing out then?
We were peaceful once.
We should play just a little bit slower. Alright, is this really a defensive Solari Soldier? Surely they're running like weird cards like Elixir of Iron, right? I think it's actually defensive Solari Soldier to just kind of stifle them this turn. Oh, unless they... Oh, they can't stand swap. Hold on, we're grading into more flight development. This is Grants, but no one here actually has Nightfall. Like, I haven't activated Nightfall yet. So, Yeah, assuming that you're right and they don't have any buff spells, then an immediate Glen Key for creating a 3/1 sapling is actually really threatening.
Their scent travels on the night air.
And so I think that's probably my play. No, I shouldn't have done that, because I played these explicitly so that I wouldn't lose to Ram Stance, and now I do lose to Ram Stance again because I gave them an action. So that might have been a mistake. Yeah. It absolutely was a mistake. It was a really bad mistake, actually.
We will be free.
And now we're just down on cards. Damn it! That sucks.
Ill met by moonlight.
That was not the right sequence either, because
This land is ours.
That's bad. That's really bad. Okay, so they just revealed that they're not keeping their guys alive last turn by not trading into the Solari Soldier. So
No more lies.
I guess what that means is
Face your
I
heresy.
have to kind of leave these guys back row right now.
But I'm rich.
They had Troll Chant the whole time. Ah, the combat,
No.
Okay, that was a blowout. And if I lose the game, that's why. Was it the left card? I wasn't paying attention. I should have paid attention to know if it's top deck. Here comes the pigeon.
You must teach me when you have time.
I'll think about it.
Well, on paper, most of these guys do just win their interactions, so... Let's see what I can get away with.
It's nothing personal.
Yeah, whatever.
The bloodier the better.
Fine.
It's nothing personal.
Okay, so the pigeon sucks to deal with. On paper, I can throw my Glen Kiefer at it. The pigeon has to die, right? Any other, like, big value engines? Yeah, I mean, the Curator has to die.
No mercy for heretics.
Can I get away with this now? And just, I mean, what's the value in keeping this guy alive? I don't have unto... Yeah, there's kind of none. I should clear their board. To the best of my ability. Watch as, like, Elixir of Iron is now here. Okay, thank goodness. And nothing is surviving damage anymore. Okay, what is my top deck? Is it at all useful? I'm 0 cards in a Nightfall deck. That's awful. Okay. I mean... No, but it's very low value right now. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. And just take the chip damage and start generating some more cards and see what it gives me. Okay. Not immediately useful.
Fight or die.
Especially on defense. If they open attack, I will take 8 and I will survive that. Therefore, I will give them an opportunity here. If they develop anything more, then I think I'm actually playing Reactive Diana. And yeah, I'm going to intend to use Diana as a blocker. And she will have to die to the
dark and follow
Crimson.
No false light. Find your own light within the darkness.
And so much for that. Okay. I mean, it's game. They're going to open attack. There's nothing I can do about it. That would be a lovely thing to have, like, with one extra action.
Leave nothing standing.
Meet
I mean, I can
destiny.
barely live.
Ignorant brawl. Meet
Doesn't matter which one.
destiny.
But, like, realistically, I'm not barely living, so... Wow, I'm barely living. Okay, I have to play out the soldier, and then I have to play out the Doom Beast.
We'll take what we want. The rest will burn.
This sucks. I lost the game off that one turn. Troll gifts. Well, let's swing with the flight.
We'll take what we need to survive.
I think there's not a single card in this deck that can... That's actually... Hold on. There's a really tiny percentage that something extremely funny is about to happen. Damn it! How funny would that have been if, like, Unto Dusk cycled into Unto Dusk cycled into Unto Dusk? Tiny chance. Ah, the fuck. Wait. There's no shot they develop into anything, and Nocturne doesn't even save me if they do. Nocturne's not. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Hooray! Wait, he's not. It's only his Nightfall attack, and he's the only fucking card in my hand. Woo! I played so well. Let's go! Oh, I guess I did actually have fading. Yeah, but it would have to be Unto Dusk, fading, like in that order. Wow, I mean, wait. I greeted. That's pretty much it. I greeted, so therefore I lose. Yeah, actually, there's literally no point in, like, trying to review anything either. I greeted and lost. I knew what I was playing around, and I just, for some reason, didn't. And that tells me I'm going too fast, and I'm not thinking clearly at all. And that's actually another really interesting difference between League and lore. I'm noticing myself getting, like, noticeably less tilted when I make a really bad mistake like that. That's Akshan? This was a deck, like, during that time I didn't play. Like, I completely missed that last expansion where this was actually a thing people were playing, so I don't really know what it's doing. I mean, this is a really lame combo, to be honest. But it is a combo I can get my game started with, so I'll keep it. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, actually, no. I can make, like, really bad game-losing mistakes and still not be nearly as frustrated as I would be if I were playing League. And I'm starting to wonder how much of that is actually the length of a match.
No more hiding.
Is it better for me to keep a chump blocker? Nah, I don't really care. I have Diana in my hand.
We will be free.
My card already got its value. I just trade on the board. There's no... I actually think highest value is playing this and waiting. I think I can go a little slower. I can always shame concede after a mistake. True! But I didn't know for sure if I had, like, fully lost because I haven't had the experience to know that yet. And I wanted to see. So. Would I ever play Diana here? No, I would start with the Shadestalker, see if they play something that matters to them, and then play Diana.
Must be nice living off stolen coin.
Okay, that doesn't exactly do it for me with what I have in my hand. So... I think I'm going to play Diana solely for her level up progression, but I'm not going to swing with her.
Yours is a light I cherish. Moon sister. Whatever the cost.
The palace is now ticking. Okay, an extra Pale Cascade. I would like to use my raw Pale Cascade first.
Gotta find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda?
I guess that makes sense, yeah. But I can trade with you. Yeah, I can trade with you. Because presumably they're throwing Vagabond Diana, like they're forcing that trade. And I can just start cycling. Yep, that's exactly what they're trying to do. I'm going to greed for some value here.
Beauty is transient.
And we pull a Stygian. Nice. A Stygian that can actually get 2 turns if they don't block it. Did it not used to work on spells before? I'm going to keep Diana in my hand so I can use her as the starter. If I played Diana now, it would be a mistake, because then I wouldn't be able to get like Stygian comfortably, or Glenkeeper. Like, I can actually now still choose. I can choose Diana into Stygian on 2 Dusk. I can choose Diana into Glenkeeper, depending on what comes on the board. I can now choose Diana Devil Stygian.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is the light
They have
I
time to
cherish.
develop. Like, what's the worst thing that could
sister.
come out? Like, Roiling Sands or something? Like... That's a pretty major buff to this card, then. Well, yeah, it cheated me out an extra card in my hand, so...
Good people don't look
Okay.
the other way.
When I'm summoned or strike... So Akshan is going to continue to be, like, their ongoing value engine, then. I'm trying to decide... How necessary is it for me to control these blocks? I have an Unto Dusk. I mean, like... Diana flips.
The moon is our queen. The night.
I can
our
use
kingdom.
Unto Dusk to get Diana strong. I mean, maybe I kind of wanted to threaten with her power. No, it can't matter. It can't matter. I'm obviously not pushing lethal here. I'm just... My gut says just swing with a fatter board. I don't like that. What's your combat trick?
We love it when they run.
What's the best thing for me to do here? You get value swinging.
Rise.
I will never push lethal this turn. Pulling a fearsome blocker away, kind of like... It really does... So Akshan will survive unless I pull
A new
him.
phase awaits.
Dusk if he quicksands. That's true, actually. I think he's probably worth it then, and they just trade these two, right? That flips Nocturne.
Quit struggling.
Yeah, okay, so that's kind of what we were fishing for, wasn't it?
Taken.
Okay, and my board is still currently favored. Hopefully we pull, like, a card that I'm comfortable with starting with. Okay, I mean, I can. You know, I can, like... I can play a Naked Glenkeeper. Oh, or I could win the game, I guess.
A full moon casts her light across the land.
I'm really struggling with picking my interactions, guys. I don't play the board. It's just all self-doubt now. Like, oh, you guys would like to see that, huh? You guys like to see Naked Glenkeepers? Is that it? I see. Yeah, I am grossly overthinking everything. It's like... So, hold on. Let's watch that attack I just made. Okay. This is the position we were in, right? So I was just trying to figure out... Like, Akshan is obviously their ongoing value engine here. Everything else is just a big unit. If you undo Dusk Diana, she double pro... I didn't know that! I didn't know, but it makes perfect sense. Because her own proc goes off, and also she sees a Nightfall get used. I had no idea. So it actually would have fully invalidated Quicksand. That's a fun interaction. Okay, but even so, pre-committing it here, terrible idea. I'm obviously not expecting to win the game on this turn. So it's basically just me figuring out, do I want to get rid of a big unit, or do I want to kill their value engine? I guess in that case, no, because I always win the race at this point. Value engine's always correct, right? I guess I was just kind of scared of the turn timer, and I wasn't really thinking exactly about what needed to happen. It was just in my head, like, it kind of just boiled down to, like, a gut feeling, because I felt like I couldn't think fast enough. But I suppose, like, worst case scenario, you know, we're fine to accept this trade into that thing because I'm playing, like, at a... I'm playing, like, at a slightly slower pace this game. Yeah, and what was most likely to happen is I pull this to get rid of their value. They block one, let one hit, use this one to kill Diana. Like, it is what it is. But... and I... The questions going through my head now, it's just like, how do I quickly identify whether the value engine or the big unit goes away? I guess it's just entirely about the enemy's win condition. I'm not familiar with this deck that the enemy is playing. Ugh, this is uncomfortable. The action always has to go fast. Does he? Does he? So, like... I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought, like, action decks kind of sometimes play for second action. Like... Or it's like they drop the first one for the palace. They try to keep him alive for as long as they can to progress the palace, but it kind of doesn't matter if he dies, because, like, as soon as they pull the next one, then the funny stuff happens. Like, actually... Okay, hold on. I just realized something. What I realized is that I have absolutely no clue what Varus does. I have no clue what he does. Quick attack. Targeted 7 allies. What does the Darkened Bow do? When you play a spell or equip an ally, give me +1/0 until... That's actually really thematically cool. It's like he's charging off, right? The Varus Q. Darkened Bow activates... Oh, jeez. Okay, no, he's just big. He just... Oh, no! That's a funny set of keywords. Okay, yeah, I guess he's trying to race me down, then. Yeah, he's trying to use big units, control the board, and then... What is it, Absolver? No, not Absolvers. It's not Shield of the Sentinels that they're playing for, is it? Momentous says I'd kill you. Oh, no. Okay, so, like, let's actually look it up. Let's look it up. Because, again, we said that the biggest thing holding me back at this stage would be my deck knowledge. Because my fundamentals are reasonably fine. I'm just trying to... Okay, it's definitely an archetype that has fallen out of favor nowadays. But... I'm just trying to see what's in it. I forgot about this card. Like, it could be this, it could be this, right? That's pretty insane, yeah. And the only reason he's not seeing play is because Aatrox is just doing what he's doing, but better right now, right? Like, Swinging Glaive. I've never seen this card. Obviously, I've seen Bloodletters, but... I wonder if they just had, like, poor cards. Okay, so I just have to be familiar with the Cultist package, and I'm not. I kind of know their spells, like... Unforgiven... Oh, okay, you know, no, I've forgotten all their spells. I have 100% forgotten all their spells. Okay, yeah, this is a really, really pure beatdown kind of deck, isn't it? Okay. So I guess in that case, it's kind of good to force them into a position where they have to get rid of their big beatdown units. Into a position where I'm allowed to keep Diana alive and keep threatening Varus. Like, okay. Okay, so I think I did make the right play then. I think attacking Ukshan was the right play then. Because if that's a board that's just very purely trying to beat me down and going to just abruptly create giant units, I need to put them in a position where they're pressured to get rid of their giant units. Okay, that makes sense to me. I'm happy with that. Guys, I'm going to get some water. I'm going to be right back. And then we'll try again. Hi, Sonic. I mean, does it actually do anything for you if you climb right now? If you do the placements? Like, I'm pretty sure the season starts in, like, a week. Like, a very small amount of time. So, I don't know. I chose not to. I almost did the same, but I decided against it. It's up to you, really. I can't answer that question. This is not playing. I'm going to start, like, as soon as season starts, though. Like, just try to get my jungle account going and learn something. Alright, what are we playing against? We are playing against Mono Annie in Piltover. I have absolutely no clue what this could be. Like, I have no idea what this is. I'm so confused. I don't see any compelling combos here, but I am going to keep the flight to get a turn 1 going, and okay, it's just not. Well, now I can actually throw down a Solari Soldier on 1 and swing with that. So. Beautiful. I would always rather do that if I'm attacking on odds, because I mean, it'll just trade with any unit too, right? Yeah, I don't get what this is. I don't understand.
My first big mission.
Well, no combos are unlocked by waiting for the flight, so.
Don't mind me. No mercy for heretics.
I can see no reason why I shouldn't do this. Like, oh no, they're gonna use Flock on my soldier. Like, oh no. This hand is really, really awkward to play out. Do I want to spend my... Oh, it got slightly less awkward. It got quite a bit less awkward, actually. What do I use my fading on? Because I think it would be really useful for me to... Summon a Glenkeeper? Is that a play? Is that really my play? I'm going to play it out like this if they play something that can actually deal with the Doom Beast. I mean, no, this stifles me, doesn't it? I'd rather have the Doom Beast on a turn where I'm able to use Unto Dusk. I think this stifled me a little bit. I think this was probably a misplay. Yeah, definitely was. Oh well. I think there's no reason to not full swing anyway, despite that. I mean, I lose some Doom Beast value long term, which kind of blows, but... alas. I think that's probably the best way to compensate for my mistake. Just accept that this Unto Dusk is probably being used on some Glenkeeper value later, right? Go ahead and we'll accept this. You know what? Ugh, do I even want to use this right now? Like... Yes, because I'm going to use the Glenkeeper. Okay, yes, I do, because I'm going to use the Glenkeeper for its other, like, the remainder of its passive. I will take it myself.
Backfired.
It's just kind of a comedy turn where I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to Solari Soldier, I'm going to Boom Crew, and then I'm going to decide... I'm not going to play anything else, because then I can Solari Soldier, Boom Crew, into Twilight, into Unto Dusk on you, which is a really, really powerful turn 5. It's very threatening. I think my line probably does not change.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
Because, like, I genuinely can't imagine... I mean, this has turned out to just be a very pure burn deck. That's what this is.
For the Empire.
Okay, I'm very satisfied with how this is playing out now. I will take one.
Of course I'm ready.
Won't find better this side
Oh!
of the sun.
I maybe should have done this first, but it didn't end up mattering. We swing with you. We pull you. Not enough things are actually fearsome.
Sure about that?
I can't tell if this feels bad. I can't tell if this feels bad. Did I pull incorrectly? Like... The... Okay. I think I actually do want to use this to keep it alive. It's too valuable.
Night flowers upon my blade.
Okay. Let's try to... We'll play the Stygian out. When they play a Fearsome blocker, we'll play out this Glenkeeper. I actually can play out my entire hand and push to kill. I think that's... I mean, like, what's the worst thing that they could have? Like, Caustic Griff? Oh, well, I would imagine Decimate is pretty bad. That one's... I don't have lethal if I just swing, so... It's actually Mystic Shot, isn't it? What the fuck? Okay, well, I guess we... That was just a weird burn aggro. Like, that's what that was. Like... Well, that sucks. That's... Okay. How did we lose the race? What happened? They stifled everything with used cask salesman. Like, basically every turn I had that was actually satisfying. Ah, you know what? It actually mattered that I played the Doom Beast right now. It was a mistake. It actually mattered. This should have been Glenkeeper. Fate, I don't mind the fading memories on their own guy. Oh, well, I actually used it on my Solari Soldier right now. Was that the right call? But, like, this Doom Beast was such a bad mistake. It loses to any development. Because I want him alive. And once I realize that it's a burn deck, I should hold my Unto Dusk for specifically the Doom Beast. Just get a double drain. Like, so this was a bad mistake. The cask, like, why are the casks not immobile, by the way? Like, why are they actual units? They're just insane development punishers. I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know how brutally effective they were in this situation, but... I have to kill him, like, every time. Naked Glen... Like, not Naked Glenkeeper, but, I mean, he's my Unto Dusk. Okay, so the next turn, I play you, right? Is there a better way to play this? Like... Doom Beast without the heal. Like, also, do I think I have Nocturne or something? Like, what am I doing with these... Why am I continuing to play out my hand like this? It's Doom Beast with a negative heal. Like, why do I think I'm actually achieving something by pulling the 3 power ones away? Because I'm not. Why did I continue to play out my hand into the... Now that I'm watching this turn, I literally cannot tell you what I was thinking. I took as much damage as they did. Yeah, I don't like how I handled my Doom Beast. Just... Yeah, I shouldn't have played anything out. Like, just... Or, well, I didn't know. Like, they used it as a good development punish. Yeah, no, this game was just a blowout. This game wasn't even close. But I'm supposed to be the anti-aggro, so I clearly did not pilot that well. Like... I guess I just didn't know what that was, so I didn't mulligan for it, like... Oh, but we also just lost the game again off a really hasty decision. It's not... Okay, what is this? This isn't champion strength, it's not Demacia. What is this? What's going on? I don't know this deck either. It's just a Yordle Swarm? Like... But what are they in Ionia for? Like... It would have been nice to pull Diana here then, too. Like, then I can actually deal with Poppy, right? Close to deal with Poppy. And again, very similar awkward hand where I have to take it kind of slow. Holding the flight doesn't unlock any more plays for me. Junk construct. Okay, portals. I need to cycle into something I can use on 5. Do I care? Do I care? Do I want the board thinned? Yeah, because I don't want to allow them to go wide, right? I want to accept. I'm sure they're going to get slightly more value from the portal spawning, and it will allow them to go wide a little bit, so maybe I... Ooh, this hand sucks. Stefan? Oh, looks like I kind of have to... I mean, I'm not going to do it yet, because I'd rather wait to see what I pull from the flights. They are trying to outgreed me. Okay, we pulled an unspeakable horror. They are playing so greedy, because they've realized how slow my hand is. I need to start cycling, I think. I would love to shoot Nora with double unspeakable horror, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, this 3 damage cannot matter, and I can't actually deal with them, and my Glenkeeper can get through and has very high value, so, I mean, just hold it, right? Unless I want to... No, I'm probably gonna double pale. Am I gonna double pale? Did they just beat me if I double pale? I just have to get a better hand, don't I? I could have, like, paled into Unspeakable instead, but I don't think it... It's really, really down in mana, and I don't love how it felt, but... Here we are. Okay. We can kill Nora, which is awesome. So let's go ahead, Dusk Petal into the Glenkeeper, pull a Sapling to kill Nora. And depends on how they develop. Like, my intention is to Flight Stygian.
I take 6 sugars here.
Yeah, no, I'm only 5, right? I guess I could have, but he's a 0 progress Nocturne, and, like, I think I'd rather... I think what I'm doing now is probably more threatening. Although, I guess... Well, the Chime guy still hasn't come out, so when is Stygian really getting a lot of value, yeah? Double Stygian might be hot. Oh, I didn't even think about that line. And that Stygian's pushing 6. Okay. I think I'm going to do that, and then I just have to figure out what I'm doing with my pull. Nocturne's right now 0, but I'm about to get, like, all of it.
It's our time.
What if I pulled nothing? Could it actually be right to pull nothing? Doing this. And then I went on Unspeakable Horror.
Oh, you will be free.
I think I found the right line. Whew! That was hard. That was really hard. Aggro is so stressful. Oh! Ah, jeez. Oi, go away. That timer stressed me out so much, guys. Like, I was on the spot. I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I... Yeah, because Nora could only block one of my lowest damaging units, and the 3-1 could block so much more, so... It took me a while to figure that out, but I got it. 9 lives is cool. That was a lot of development in one turn. 3 portals. Dude, imagine having an empty board. You get 3 portals, you get 9 lives, you have 6 units on the board from nothing in, like, 1 action, and then you lose to a ping. Ouch. Well, I was tilted like that last game, so what goes around comes around, I guess. Eye of God, Cunning Kitten. Wait, why is this a 0/0? Oh, because it lets you spawn. That's why. That's its value. Reveler's Feast. Okay, so we do have one, like, great card in here. My coach is raving about Reveler's Feast. He's an aggro player. That's why I ended up playing this myself. Or part of why. He loves that card. I've just gotten some pings. I just want to make sure that it's nothing I have to actually pay attention to right now, so. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. So, am I supposed to just try to extract the most value from each turn? Because, like, I can't predict the future. And I'm finding myself, like, when I'm trying to analyze some lines that I could or could not have taken, I find myself, like, trying to predict the future, almost. What is Aatrox Evelyn? Do I really want to mull away a soldier? No, I have a potential, like, blowout combo. Like, how am I supposed... Okay, well, that's not what I was hoping for exactly, but okay, well, you know what, just, you can cease.
They forced us to choose death.
Slap weapon on Husk, do funny thing. Well, like, I guess you just, like, amplify the... Yeah, that's probably what they're doing, isn't it? Well... This feels like a really poor opener.
Plenty of fire to go round.
Salter. I'd probably just take this and I just swing with it, yeah?
Punish transgressions.
Yeah, I just swing with you. See if Salter will block. He won't. Okay, this is a really good thing to pull. I just need to proc Nightfall and, like, actually get her rolling. They now have their biggest value engine on the board. That is a problem. We need Domination dead ASAP. Access to two. It's such a pure mid-range. Stifling Solari.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
Invisible to the ignorant.
Develop into Lunari. Dusk Petal I probably should have actually played Diana so I could open attack here. I think that was a mistake. I think that was wrong tempo. I don't need Nocturne yet. I'm just I don't see any value to, like, making it vulnerable when I have Diana. There's Eve,
The tendency to get carried away. Don't waste
who is very tanky now.
See what's beneath while I see what's inside.
But you are leveled on the wrong turn, which is kind of nice. Okay,
I cannot turn back. Face
hang on, I
your
have three.
heretic.
I have three. What am I trying to do? Wait, hang on. I have a really funny idea.
No more hiding.
And what's the value in swinging with everyone? 2 of these are going to get chump blocked. I'm going to lose 4 damage. I'm going to be pushing 4 total. That is extremely underwhelming. I am not going to do that. I'm making an elusive Nocturne. That's what I'm doing. I really should have fucking played my Shadestalker. What am I thinking? But whatever. I'll sit on it for a bit.
That was hot. I want more.
Best case. Hi, Hale. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Oh, I was supposed to message you about how you want me to, like, refer to you in the end of a video, like, for Patreon stuff.
Oh, good.
That is a very large solitude.
It almost worked
Anticipate
out.
the most likely. Well, the problem is, like, I can't anticipate what I'm to draw next, right? Like, I can't... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Whatever.
I love it when they scream.
Alright, you can go ahead and push, like, however much damage you like. That's okay. This is going to guarantee a Nocturne flip. I realistically should, like... Oh, but they're both overwhelmed. It's a swing of 3 health. I think that does matter long term. Especially if these two are gonna have a chance to swing again, which I would like to prevent. Let's damage Evelyn so that she's easier to deal with. Solitude is kind of scary as a value engine, but, like, Evelyn is actually what's killing me. Hailfire will do, thank you. Elusive Nocturne! Woo! Yeah! And here's Bloodletters now on a... That's funny. This is a funny deck. I don't think I like it very much, but it is funny.
I'm so alone.
I want more.
Okay, so like Nocturne... How much damage am I pushing? Not enough, that's for sure. Nocturne instantly flips, right? No, he doesn't, unless I have another Nightfall. Ooh, I have to... I have to overwrite one of my units.
Unseen, unheard, the new
Now we will flip both Diana and Nocturne.
Queen, the
And
night,
now,
her kingdom.
let's just figure out how this goes. I think I'm probably not winning this turn. Despite the size of my board. I think what is happening is I'm just trying to kill their units and keep myself alive. So let's see what happens here. So, okay.
forgive me.
Nocturne will in fact flip. Evelyn will become incapable of blocking. If I were to do this,
I will be heard.
then I would win the game. Oh. Oh. Well, that was an easier sequence to figure out than I expected. Okay, yeah, so anticipate the most likely series of events, but think about what the worst case situation would be. How do I deal with that outcome? So it's just like... I try to optimize the value of my turn. I think about what my response to what the enemy's next turn would probably be. I can see that, yeah. So it's like, if I don't have lethal, I optimize my value without fully exposing myself to what I expect their curve is. Yeah. I can get behind that. Which also... Wow, I really do only have to think like one turn ahead in a lot of blocker attack situations. That changes a lot, now that I think about it. It is a different game, yeah, there are different rules, there are different principles, but... It's at least... At the very least, like, a card game perspective is what I need for, like, this situation. So, like... Okay, because there'll be a situation that I found in that match, right? Where did I go? Elusive Nocturne. The funniest part about that, guys, is I actually needed the 1 health damage from wait, was that? Hold on. No, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Let me see. Yeah, yes, it was. I actually needed that 1 damage from the husk on Nocturne to push lethal. Well, no, I could have like pre-committed on 2 Dusk, I guess, but which wouldn't have changed anything. No, I needed it. I literally needed that husk. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so it's like on this turn, for example. Is it right to not swing with everything, right? On this turn, I decide these units will not get any value this turn. Yeah, and the copy base card. Oh, I thought it was exact copy. That's okay. My bad. I thought I was taking an exact. Well, he became elusive, and it was funny. I regret nothing. Just because my funny line didn't win the game doesn't... Ah. So I decided on this turn to not attack with any of my units here. I thought that's just an easy chump block, easy chump block. I can't foresee any value this turn. They may get value next turn that I can't predict. And then at the end, they were necessary for me pushing lethal. So actually, yeah, it's just... I don't have to know how exactly they're going to get value later. I just have to know they're not going to get value now. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing an aggro, so I'm always going to be at card disadvantage in my hand. Like, I have to value what I do have. And in the end, like, they didn't immediately matter on the next turn. But, like, when I'm trying to declare a block here, right? I mean, I just play at the Fading Husk, right? Yeah. And so it's now a question of whether I want my Shadestalker to live or die, whether I can afford to sack the Nexus health here, right? I can even look at it from an even simpler perspective. Shadestalker gets some marginal value by blocking here, and then I can simply replace them on the board next turn if I wanted to. Otherwise, I might get hand-locked or something, and, like... And I'm also thinking, like, I choose to block because... then I can survive an extra swing from these two. Right? And I can't if I... So I may as well do it now. So yeah, I don't have to overcomplicate this. If I can't see a line, I am just looking for what is the value of this interaction. Right? Do I feel like you're using your HP as a resource? Generally, yes. But I'm struggling to do it properly right now because I just shifted from like being a full control player to trying to learn how to play one of the more complex aggro decks, right? Using Vulnerable on Solitude, I'm kind of thinking the same. Now that you mention it, I think you're probably right. Like, I definitely was not thinking of my ability to win this turn. So one of the big things I forgot was that Evelyn was not going to become a fearsome blocker next turn. I forgot that she would revert. And so here I am thinking long-term value, not recognizing a lethal here yet. But you're right, it really should be. I mean, at the end of the day, I did kind of drag her away with a weenie, didn't I? Like, Diana would have flipped off. Even if I didn't draw Soldier, Diana would have flipped off this on Unto Dusk. I don't need Diana to flip to win the game. I need Nocturne to flip, which I had. I guess as played... No, here's the thing. As played, I opened myself up to some interaction here. So if she was unblocked... That's true. Yeah, I could have, like... But, of course, only if I drew something that would start this particular chain, which is very likely. It is likely I draw something that triggers Nightfall on both the Shadestalker and the Unto Dusk. Yeah, but I guess I did just kind of fall into my old habit of, like, playing to survive rather than seeing if there was a lethal next turn. Like, I couldn't... How much time did I have after? No, I actually could have known already. I could have known already at this point that I can push lethal next turn. If I just tracked everything, right? I could have known now. And so actually, what I could have done is let this through, keep my Shadestalker, play out Nocturne, use fewer actions. Oh, but the 1 damage on the... No, wait. No, hang on. Because it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15 exactly if nothing blocks. 7. Wait, hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15. No, I don't. I don't have lethal. I don't have lethal without pulling Solari. Okay, so I think I played it right. I think I played it right, and then I just happened to find the lethal on top deck. And it's not that I exposed myself to too much. It's that I didn't take the time to count and, like, look for it. But, of course, I should know that Evelyn can't block me, and I should be pushing for as much value immediately. And Evelyn's not the only value engine they have on the board. Yeah, I get it. Okay. So that was the wrong vulnerable target. It was. And we don't really need to go even deeper than that. Oh, sheesh. What's my core takeaway from this? Like, yeah, I mean, I'm not at the point right now where I'm putting myself down for making a mistake. But I also really need to, like, pull a principle from this, because, like, I mean, because mistakes aren't good if you're just making them and not doing anything with them. So we need to do something with them. The trend today is that I am... Let me think. There's something on the tip of my mind, but, like, it's not forming into words right now. I'm trying to figure out if I'm just pressuring myself for nothing, or if it is actually a trend that I am, in this context, struggling to identify when to push the tempo and, like, when to just thin the board and, like... Okay, hang on. Yeah, I have no concept of playing the odds. I have absolutely no concept of how to play the odds. Like, I don't know how to play around what my top deck could be or is likely to be. Even if my deck is tailored to do, like, one thing, right? I guess I'm just really bad at playing the odds. If it's not guaranteed, I'm uncomfortable. Remember, everywhere from iron to silver for me was just, I have full information about what I'm probably going to play out next turn because I have, like, 9 cards in hand. But trying to brute force my way into a solution isn't going to work. I'm just going to start fishing for more experience right now, and I think this session in particular might be one I have to, like, fully watch back a second time. Yep. Is there a way to measure the average level of damage any card in my deck is worth? That is a complex question. Oof, be as greedy as the opponent. I will think about that question after this game, because right now I have to try to figure out what the hell a Braum Kale is trying to do. Okay, we have 0 combos, and Shadestalker is not a particularly high-value early game card, so we're going to, like, full mulligan. We're going to end up with our one of Moonlight Affliction in here, which we're going to have to try to figure out how to make the most of it. We are going to start cycling flights, I guess. We have a double flight hand, and that just creates a very obvious, predictable opening, push elusive damage. I mean, the average level of damage is hard because it's like some push-through keywords are more affected by interaction than others. Like, one of my primary push-through is Fearsome, and that doesn't always work against everyone. Okay? I think we're going to try to be really, really, really greedy this turn. Okay, that's funny. Oh, we get to be really greedy this turn, I think. I mean... You know, I could be playing into an Avalanche, and I would be a little bit surprised if I were. And it would suck if I were. I don't know what they're trying to do. Is it Avalanche? Actually, it's Spirits Unleashed. Okay, well that may as well be Avalanche into these flights. So, whoops, I should have played a Duskbringer. I'm playing against Freljord. They love their pings, like, board wide. But honestly, still kind of good for me, because I can still swing with these. It's just now my hand is really bad, and I kind of made the same mistake I did earlier. I didn't use my Dusk. I made 2 of the same mistakes I did earlier. And probably what's going to happen is Protoporo goes into Soldier, yep, and trades his life for it and doesn't get any impact value. And why was Protoporo buffed? Spirits Unleashed. Oh, wait a minute. That's what that... That's funny. Oh my goodness. Very awkward hand to play out. I think I'm just going to let it swing.
Now, where did that one run off to?
Is this a Poro deck? Are they using Poro snacks to level Kale? Is that what's going on here? What?
Trust me, they add up.
Oh, and losing my flights is now really bad because I can't push through these with, like... Okay, your value is gone.
You cannot hold us
Wait, but
down.
you're not...
We will resist.
At least Diana can get you if I draw you. Like, ugh, I don't know if that was right. Like, maybe it doesn't matter that I'm taking some damage here, but I can't see the value of these 2 units, like, if they live. Oh, this hand feels awful. I got blown out by my fights dying, I think. Well, you know what? Having a 3/3 could actually be kind of useful, and having a sapling or just pull stuff around is like kind of fun. And Braum does damage now. This is definitely the wrong sequence, isn't it? Like, okay, you can't be blocked by Braum. You can be blocked by you. I guess I pull you. It's like, oh my god, I can't attack with anything. Nothing matters. I keep them alive so I can actually play around my Moonlit Affliction next turn. Or like on into attacks. That's what I'm trying to do then. That's what I'm doing. Hi, Jackie. I mean, the draws are fine. The play is not. We're going to just see what we can draw into to make the most of this Moonlit Affliction. That's actually kind of good. That's actually really good.
Where'd they go off to?
Oh, jeez, but I need like a god tier top. I need a combo piece in this top deck. How do I push through damage? Okay. You don't need to be dead. No, because I'm playing around this. Right? I'm trying to top deck something that actually helps me here. As it stands right now... I mean, I think it's very unlikely I kill them on 7 here, because all they have to do is play 1 unit that doesn't get blocked by Fearsomes. Which I think they have already done.
Oh, I missed you.
It just takes 1 Poro Snacks and I lose. Oh. Okay, we have to play Naked Lunari, which is like the best way to push damage, I think. But actually, why am I relying on Fearsome rather than Elusive? Ugh, it's so awkward.
Did you get into the snacks?
Because, like, again, here comes one Poro Snacks, and everything can block, right?
For truth.
Like, I'm just... But nothing's even fearsome here. Like, what am I... It's like I'm assuming my board is fearsome, but it's not. I only have one fearsome unit. And it's just... Realistically, I should have... Because here comes the Poro Snacks, so, like, I guess I should have just dropped it here, but...
Stand behind, bro.
No, it's not lethal already, yeah. It's just... It's so doomed, man. I got blown out by that Freljord turn. I need to stop playing into Freljord like that.
Eat and grow strong.
Like, no, I'm completely out of steam. I can't win this game. For the first time in, like, a month, I think I'm going to surrender. My mistake has already been made. Like, I've got nothing going for me anymore. Playing as Freljord is so hard when you're playing these archetypes. Like, okay, do not overdevelop into Freljord. Because every Freljord deck's gonna have something like that. And maybe I add Ionia to the list. Like, I also don't do that into Ionia. Like, Ionia has a lot of punishes like that. Not pings, but like stuns, recalls, lifesteal, like. So maybe I just need to take the attacks that are given to me when I'm playing against Freljord, Ionia, that sort of thing. Instead of like, yeah, because when I try to get max value, I actually instead get no value. This sheet is filling up. I'm gonna have to like actually convert this to digital notes at some point. We've almost covered the whole thing. Why is every deck completely unrecognizable? Like, ugh. Okay, like, do I need Diana? What are you? Is this just a spawn equipment thing? Like, what are you? Okay, I have like an 8 damage turn 2 with this. Okay. Okay, this has gotten weird. They can allow the spawn weapon. That's what they're doing.
Night flowers upon my blade. Her flowers bring the moonlight with them.
I would like for the tentacle to go away. We push 8, we maybe trade 1/1 tentacle into the 2/1. If we don't, we push 10. And I'm happy with that. What's this? Destroy units equipment and it's a follower. Silence it. I have never seen this card get played. I mean, it seems reasonably okay in like an Aatrox meta, right? But okay. Well, we are not pushing nearly as much, but I'm still swinging with everything. And ultimately, it doesn't... Like, these are identical units, so... You know what? If they had to get that out early... Sure. We destroy a unit's equipment, and if it's a follower, silence it. So it only silences followers. So that's probably why it's not okay. This hand sucks.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
I don't know how to play this out. I really don't. I can probably do something to threaten Vayne, I guess, next turn. Like, kill one of my Nocturnes to do so. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. But how do I swing with this? Like... Tumble spawn weapon is a play. Yeah, but the tumble doesn't cost 0. Oh wait, hang on. No, the tumble can't cost enough yet. I'm just trying to... I can't see the immediate value when I'm okay with taking the 5. Okay, we'll do that then. I don't think that changes anything. I think it's still probably a Nocturne sacrifice into Vayne. Oh, they can do it this turn is what you meant. Yeah, we just want Nocturne to die, I guess. Nocturne will progress his own level up, which is funny. Okay, that's... That kind of spoils our fun a little bit, doesn't it? They had Geralt. I was only thinking of the other one. Goodness. Can you stop having those? Or like... Ooh.
Ours is the one true light.
Purified bolts.
The guilty will
This now makes her vulnerable to death by Nocturne, if I do this.
Warriors in.
I can't see anything higher value than flipping Diana right now.
Moon rises. They tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break
Because I
me.
just don't have, like, compelling answers to whatever tumble plays they want to make. Seems like an odd turn to pull you out. Wait, hang on. Does this work like that? Why does it work like that? Okay. I guess that makes sense. But wow, do you want to trade every unit on the board? That's probably bad for me if I do that. What do I accept? I still accept Suicide Nocturne. Right? Okay, beautiful. We scared them into not using the attack token somehow. These Stygians are very low value. Nocturne will flip if I can give him one of these Stygians, which will not do enough. I'm just trying to figure out if the randomness... Okay, hang on, hang on. You will block, you will block, you will block. Like, they will always block everything. I'm just trying to figure out if the value of a random Nightfall card is high. I'm gonna trust my gut on this one, and I don't... It feels so weird to play, but... It doesn't give Nocturne... I mean, Nocturne has enough, right? Himself, 2, 3. He just needs this 4th. Yeah. No, the silenced one doesn't count, but he already has 1 progress. Okay, they're trying to attack me now. And I will take that damage. But I will use the stack properly. Well, it gave me a Stygian, which is really funny. How do I use this? I will take the 4. How do I make the most of this? How do I make the most of this? I think I have to attack right now.
Night descends. Face your heretic.
Right, and we maintain... I mean, is Suicide Nocturne even real? Like, hang on. He won't flip, though. He won't flip. I've lost.
A new phase awaits.
Enough? It's not enough to all in, like, without the... Actually, hold on. Hold on. I can't do the math. I'm going to let them swing, but I'm going to play this. They're going to attack first. I only have to block the tentacle. And I will throw one of my useless Stygians into it. You don't...
I will release them from their pain.
Maybe I don't need to worry about the board here. I think... Wait, what? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, Nocturne has plenty. Actually, no, he has 4 right now, which is enough. Diana goes to 10 if I do this. I just need to figure out how to distribute things, right? 30. They can block 3 guys. 20, 14. Okay, I will not win the game here. I will not win the game here. Fuck, I want Bane dead. How do I do this?
I will be heard.
That's high risk, isn't it? Hang on, I can chump the tentacle. No, guy. Hello, game.
Face your heretic.
I don't like sacking Nocturne here, but like...
They will all scream as one.
Now that I've actually used the Unspeakable Horror to generate this turn, I don't love it, but I guess we will. That doesn't save you. And you were dead anyway. That's a deeply confusing play they just made. Okay, we're in a top deck war. Except Joral is now coming out, like... And they have... I have Nagakiboros. I'm not playing this for no value. I'm chump blocking this. Bye. And I might have a play here. Wait. Oh, wait, do I just win if I go wide? Open attack right now? I do!
Night descends.
Oh! That was all over the place. That was all over the place. Fuck. Oh. I need to get a drink. Like, I need some water, I think. Give me a moment. Oh, I already have water. I forgot about that. Why am I not drinking my water? Yay! Okay. New question. New idea. New idea. Is it possible that I'm getting upset with myself for not seeing the future when I'm totally competently finding lines in the moment? Like, obviously I should be planning ahead as much as possible, and I should be trying to see lines as advanced as possible. But, like, it's not worth getting mad at myself for finding good lines when I find good lines. Like, I need to use the washroom anyway, though. I do have to step away. Just give me a moment. Okay, so needless to say, I'm doing the thing where I'm trying to, like, immediately find solutions off a sample size of, like, 1, and I'm kind of, like, I don't understand what I don't understand about, like, my current skill set. So let's watch this entire game back. We're gonna do the entire one. Okay. We're playing against Illaoi Vayne, which I now understand is just a funny spawn beatdown deck, which just uses equipment to make big tentacles. Goes kind of tall, makes some big units, right? So, do I keep Diana? I choose not to keep Diana. Diana would not kill Vayne right away. She would be able to kill tentacles before they get big, though. So, I mean, am I kind of thinking of Diana as a pure anti-beatdown? Because she's realistically just an anti-aggro in the sense that it was described. Like, she can kill small value engines, not big ones. So maybe it's okay that Diana's gone. I mean, I don't want to, like, just look at my decision and justify it because it's what I did. Okay, turn plays out. I mean, the only line that I have is obvious. They're going to use silence and suppress here, so they take less damage. Which I didn't know was a card, so I didn't play around it. And, like, ultimately, this still pushes more damage, allowing this thing to get silenced than not, so there'd be no sense in open attacking earlier to play around it. It's not like my unit died, so we're good. I wonder if I should have tried to build my own tentacle. Wait, no, that's an ephemeral watchful idol. That does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Vayne shows up. She's a big body. I get the idea in my head to sacrifice Nocturne into Vayne. Now, I do end up doing that long term, but I do so after spending Nocturne's Unspeakable Horror. Excuse me. The idea to sacrifice Nocturne into Vayne was an idea. Yeah, it really would have been. I think silence only removes positive keywords, though, right? And ephemeral's purple. Like, ephemeral's a negative keyword. I think it doesn't, right? Does it? I guess I don't know. So I do this as a Nightfall trigger because I know I'm going to want the Stygian. It removes everything. Wow. Wow. That would have been funny. That would have been really funny. Okay. Hang on. Could I have anticipated that they would be spending this turn playing out equipment onto their Vayne? I mean, Vayne could have tumbled into equipment. And either way, Aegis comes out. Aegis just makes stuff so hard to remove on the board. So the Suicide Knock play immediately goes down the drain. And realistically, I should be putting more priority on this Tentacle. I mean, I think I could have anticipated that they would have protection for Vayne, but then that same protection would have applied to the Tentacle, so it's kind of a catch-22. It's like, whichever one I try to kill doesn't die. So I think neither decision is better than the other. Well, in that case, then, if either one I try to kill survives, was there an alternate play? No, if I just went crazy, like, swinging with Ephemeral, Stygian, I mean, it doesn't even push any damage. It's not killing anything, so that's not a better play. Diana's not killing anything. It's just awkward. I think this turn is just always going to be low value and has to be set up for whatever's happening next turn. At least this time, like, Vayne is long-term going to be vulnerable, and I can use it on 6, right? Yeah, I don't think there's a line there that actually solves that problem. Yeah, oh my god! I just realized what I'm doing! A bad thing occurred. Therefore, I must have done something horribly, horribly wrong. I'm so stupid. How could I have done something wrong if a bad thing happened? That's what I'm doing! That's what I'm doing, and it's what I'm doing in League, too! Oh, it's what I'm doing! It's what... A bad thing happened, and therefore it is my fault, and I could have prevented it. That's what's going on in my brain. That's what's happening. And it fits in, because do you guys remember at the very beginning of this stream, well, the bad thing happened, but there was no winning line for me. Nothing I could have played out would have actually led to a net positive on this turn. I had to play for value in future turns, but, like, I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was just thinking, like, oh, my play got stifled. What do I do? What I've been doing in League, too, lately, is... I've been finding it really awkward to trust my teammates to start things. And so because I'm not, like, if I'm not farming, which I can't do on supports, if I'm not farming or I'm not, like, actively being the one to start something, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable for some reason, even though I'm a defensive control player, like I've just started getting this uncomfortable urge. And it's because I'm taking too much it's not that I'm taking too much responsibility, I'm taking too much blame. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking too much blame for when bad things happen, when sometimes the bad things do just happen, and yes, it's my responsibility to handle them as well as possible, but it's not my fault, so I should not be, like, if I need to be, like, actively considering if there was even anything I could do, and sometimes the answer is no, and that has to be okay, and that calms my brain, because as long as I've actually studied and found out that I'm right, I don't have to freak out. That's the teamwork aspect that I'm missing, where it's like, yes, sometimes things just do go wrong. This I liked. I do like that I sacked my soldier into Vayne to make her more vulnerable on the board later. I do like that I developed a Diana, because she would get value later. I do have the Twilight Protector to use as a Daybreak here. I had no idea how this worked. I play this out to threaten their attack. I am willing to trade. I mean, I can kill anything they swing with. Is the enemy player too scared here? Like, ultimately, they should be totally fine to... I mean, are they fine to trade units? No, I build my Nocturne back out. My Unspeakable Horror is still in hand. But it's, like, awkward, because now that they've done this... I mean, did I have to care? What could I have done if I just let them swing? I would have taken 13 damage out of my 16 Nexus health if they had just swung. I'm just trying to figure out if this stifled my own plan. If they had just swung, I could have chump blocked any of them with my 2-1, who's realistically doing very little. I don't think I had to do anything, necessarily. I don't think I had to panic at all. I think I was fine to take 8 here. I don't know, but, okay, but, like, what value did that let's try to find what value that Twilight Protector lost. Because I'm now realizing that it was definitely an option to take this damage. What value did I lose from playing out the Twilight Protector? Well, I had no good Nightfall trigger. I had to waste one of these Stygians. I had to spend, like, because the only play that I found available was the Horror, which meant trading Nocturne will feel uncomfortable in the future, but I'm just right now trying to set up Nocturne's attack. I mean, I had a Mystery card and a Stygian and an Unspeakable Horror. I could open with Twilight Protector. I could then play Stygian. I wouldn't have to, which is what I got at the end of the day. I got Stygian out of this, which I never could have protected. I never could have predicted. I am mixing up my words now. The fatigue is setting in a little bit for the night, guys. Okay, the consequence to that would be that Nocturne and Diana both have 1 less power. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Right now, I'm considering maybe I should just kill some units and, like, trade on the board. I think that'd be high value. And then I think, like, can I push this through? I don't actually know if I can push this through. Can I push enough damage through? And ultimately, Diana's going to be dealing 10. I decide that it's too high risk for Diana to pull the tentacle, because like a single sharp sight blows me out if that happens. I replace the ephemeral. The result is that I have 30 damage to push. Right? And this is where I get stuck. Okay. What interaction could they have? Like, literal worst case scenario with sharp sight, right? That's it. Now I keep forgetting, for some reason, how much this costs. It is 2. Okay. Hey, look at that. I had it in mind. Beautiful. Single or second vein ruined me. Okay, but like, so single I can't play around. Sharp sight saves the tentacle, but like either way, it's still safest to pull something that can't be buffed above Diana's kill threshold. Condemn was 1 month. Ah. If you've attacked 2+ times this round, it costs 5 less. An ally strikes an enemy. Ah, jeez. I've never seen that card. Okay, so they had multiple ways of just striking me, which would have saved a unit. That's all it would have done every time. It would have saved a unit. Okay. I throw Vayne into Nocturne, and I throw the Ranger Knight into Diana. I think it is probably better for me if they have to, knowing that information now, if they have to use Condemn onto Diana, then that means they can't replace the Vayne that just died. Unless they would use it here, in which case my Diana is still going strong, in which case that was... Okay. I mean, I think these pulls are probably correct, right? Like, if I'm now threatening the board and threatening damage rather than just taking that attack that I would have earlier. And sure enough, they did have a sharp sight, which would have blown me out had I screwed this up. I realized that we can chump. I'm not stupid enough to cast this. I mean, I can't think of a way they have to give this Overwhelm abruptly. How are you doing, Prisma? And then I just go wide. Oh, but they were I didn't play around Condemn or Single this time either. But like, oh, but is it, okay. But they didn't have it last time. But they just... Oh, it's not a good hand read. It's not a good hand read to assume they have it. But like 2 draws in. It's 2 draws in. They're fishing for a... Yeah, but shouldn't I be expecting like this, right? Shouldn't I be expecting this? Nobody main decks Condemn. You can't main deck Condemn, right? Can you? Oh wait, no. Vayne's not a Runeterra champion. I'm dumb. You're right. So it's just a single combat that could come up and ruin me. I guess, like, I don't lose the game if this goes awry. So realistically, it's only this. Like, I am absolutely 100% right to not put the tentacle in front of Diana. It was a YOLO. I thought I found a smart way to push the tempo, like, abruptly. I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. I finally identified something, but... Okay, then, I mean, considering that the alternative was... Yeah, I think the big misplay of this game was actually the way I used my Twilight Protector. I think it really denied me some options. I think it would have been completely okay for me to take 8 damage. Do I finish this game at 16? Finish this game at 17. Yeah, I never took damage again. I always had chump blockers. I think the biggest misplay was the Twilight Protector. And well, it's so hard for me to keep track of, like... You know what? No. If I died to single combat, friggin' whatever. Like, I've never seen this deck. I would always struggle to predict what's in it, so... And so that's a knowledge thing rather than a gameplay thing. Okay, let's keep going for a little bit. I'm as I mentioned, the fatigue is setting in. I'm not going to be able to play for much longer while still maintaining like any reasonable quality of play. We're in gold 2. Yep, we're trying to get to platinum. Now, platinum was the original goal. I said that we would probably only climb to plat, but like it is going well, and I am learning a lot from playing this game. So maybe we do go to diamond? Like, oh, we are... What the hell is this? Okay, well, this is a good opportunity to test our Freljord stuff. So, I mean, this isn't a combo. What do I want? What do I want to keep? I mean, this trades into everything that they could possibly be throwing at me, right? Except for, I mean, they would not be running Troll Scavenger. I don't have a combo with Fading. This mulligan seems like it was very poorly played. I don't know what I'm doing. I just panicked. Beware of turn 3. Oh.
Anything else?
Where's my game audio? That's not right. What the hell am I doing? Block with it. Like...
Help the poor?
Maybe that... No, maybe it's fine. I just... Okay, I realistically only have one thing to do, and it's to play this out, and it's to swing with everything.
Ours is the one true light.
Where's my sound effects?
Punish transgressions.
And we start cycling into a new card. Okay, I mean... Assuming this is, like... What do I want? What do I want to pull? Which... I'm going to use Fading into Doom Beast, obviously. I think I probably end up doing the Solari Soldier. This sucks.
Anything else?
The Challenger effect didn't load in. The... I mean, I'm down to...
The guilty were banned.
Okay, so if we're playing a board that's going to... Like, if they're playing a deck that's going to make every one of these units, like, gigantic, then I really should start to thin this a little bit and just play for my, like, Doom Beast burn. I'm the one that's going to have to go kind of slow, which is weird. I am going to have to play for my anti-aggro properties. I believe it's actually best for me to play the flight then. I mean, no, because I'm trying to beat the board down a bit. Huh, this is weird. Okay, no. Because they can't... I would not swing with... Ooh, we got Acorn. We got Acorn. I'm going to play... for... As an aggro deck, it does feel wrong to use this on a unit, but given the context where I just said I'm the one going slow, I think it's actually like a... I think it's not a bad idea here. Ah, that's depressing. We're going to hold our Doom Beast as a blocker. We do have a Pale still. We can use this Ephemeral Solari Soldier. They may open attack here. Actually, I can use a non-ephemeral Solari Soldier now. But they are going to open attack. Okay, I'm going to use him solely to start, like, triggering some Doom Beast and stuff. Nocturne is not gaining a lot of progress. We need to thin this out. Jinx isn't here. Like, it's just P&Z units. Like, it's actually just...
Just you and me, Fishbones.
Here's Jinx.
And them.
You know what? Suicide Knock is back, yeah. Although we probably throw a Doom Beast into her, to be honest, or a Solari Soldier. It's almost surely the ephemeral Solari Soldier.
Bless the faithful.
And we'll probably throw our Glenkeeper out this turn too. Nocturne should... Actually, no, I can just use both. Like, I can use you into you, swing with everything. Maintain a Pale Cascade. I don't think Suicide Nocturne is even necessary. I think we actually just attack. They threw away an Entreat. Oh, good call. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Devotion to battle.
Not that. No, whoops. This technically pushes lethal, but the lethal will never go through. Nocturne doesn't quite flip, but that's okay. Are there any units I would love to keep alive here? This is so complicated. But it does not survive. Oh! Hey, I know what I'm doing now. Awesome. Okay. That's... yeah, thank you for the call out on this. I would have blundered this turn if not for that line. Okay, if I top deck Unto Dusk, I win the game. Can you stop doing
Only
that?
a fool would enter battle unprepared.
I think I just play that Flight as a chump blocker. Yeah, I do. Going all in on this Doom Beast. Oh, I don't even have to go all in on this Doom Beast. I pulled another Doom Beast. That's third Doom Beast.
Temperamental as moonlight.
And my board is too wide for these to actually do anything to me. They just dealt 1 to everything while their Nexus was at 1. Yes! Okay, I'm so glad I identified the Nocturne play, and like I actually used him as vulnerable to win the board, and... But again, there was another thing there, like I just... That's another principle. That's another principle. Hold on, hold on. That's another principle. When blocking or challenging to kill, use highest HP unit to beat enemy removal options. That one is a principle that we actually have to keep in mind. Okay. I forgot the everything. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered, right? That's something I was missing about how to play. And that's... I love it when I get a principle, because that's an easy thing to follow that I can use every single time, and it's if I break it, it's really obvious what I did wrong, and I don't have to, like, scramble in my brain. Lurk! Lovely. Okay. On evens? On evens! Lurk on evens! Let's go. Okay. Diana's probably getting very low value. Is she getting low value here? No, she's probably getting very high value now that I think about it. Now this is a I mean, I'm kind of like an impure aggro now that I think about it. I'm more of a tempo, but... Oh, and these are such beautiful chump blockers to have. That's Rek'Sai. Nah.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared. We were peaceful once.
I don't think I need Diana yet. I mean, the Fearsome's not doing anything right now, actually. I changed my mind. I am going to play Diana, and I'm going to use her to remove the hatchling. I'm going to keep these two as chump blockers. We're going to go a little slower. We love Tiny Gwen. We're Tiny Gwen fans in this house. Oh, it's my move. They have no mana. I remove the hatchling. I go slow. We cycle into something cool. I can always Dusk Petal into Horror. We have Moonlit Affliction, which is kind of cool. That's Rek'Sai again. Wow, that sucks. This is getting a bit scary.
Their scent travels on the night air. You leave me no recourse.
Just give me something useful, I guess, that I can... Maybe I shouldn't be using on unit? No, I should be using on units. It gives me Eclipse Dragon again.
Unseen, unheard, the new moon conceals you from our foes.
Okay, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep using Diana to deal with these little guys who are going to become a massive, massive problem. We're trying to push as much elusive damage as possible. This one should be okay.
The moon is our queen, the night her kingdom.
I guess I could use it for Nightfall to get, like, some funny guys in here, but it is kind of scary, yeah.
Night descends.
Okay, If I was gonna swing with the Duskbringer, then I should have blocked with her. This is just bad. I should never have done... I should never have played it like this. Yeah, alright, whatever. That was badly played. I took 5 damage for nothing. I hope I don't regret that later. There she is. Her Overwhelm's coming online now. Fuck. I might actually have to use the defensive Moonlight Affliction. That would be funny. Oh, I should have done it before she flipped, though. I should have... I'm actually catching this right before. I'm catching this right before Twitch chat comes in, but right after I make the mistake. Oh! She screwed up!
Scorn of the moon.
No leveling. Declare it. I'm genuinely surprised that it works that way, where she's allowed to do that. But I think it's really, it's now at the point where I should do this.
Moonlight guide me.
Yeah, it's more valuable for them to have Rek'Sai than it is for me to have Diana, I think. Congrats.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
Sareth. I hate having all these flights. I might actually have to keep one as a jump blocker now. That 5 damage I took for free is starting to be a big problem. Ah, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. How do I attack this? I don't. Like, because you block you, and I need you... but I can't block you into you. I'm like, oh, Jesus, this sucks. I think I lost off this 5 damage. I think I lost off this 5. Oh! 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 What? What is this hand? Forsaken Backai! I don't believe it. The flight on next attack wins. We just have to play around Snapjaw Swarm. Okay, we now just have to dump you on the board to not get absolutely owned. But beyond that, like, we're good. We're good. We just chump block everything. We play the flight. Actually, it is double overwhelm now that I look at it.
The guilty will bend.
Yeah, I did. I just lost off that 5 damage. Oh, we're at 17. We're at 17. Yeah, you're right. Okay. They're like, cool, I guess. That's it. I just lost to a Lurk attacking on evens, by the way. Like, because they had double Rek'Sai turns in a row. A hand that just had 2 Call the Packs in it and open. Like, we're getting there. Yep, we're getting there. We're getting close. But yeah, no. Okay, hold on. No, it's... I don't care. Also, it's a fine deck. It's been a dark horse for a while. I don't care. I really don't care. Look, okay. So, okay, hold on. You caught me at a cranky moment. You caught me at a cranky moment. So let me give myself a moment to calm down from a tilting loss, and then I will talk about that. So... I don't give a fuck what you think the performance of this deck is, because this specific deck targets every skill I need to improve at once. And so I'm playing this deck. Also, I was kind of saying, like, Nightfall KEKW, but then we looked into it, and for a while now, specific builds of it have been performing well in the hands of skilled players. Now, I'm not a skilled player, but... You can just say you're playing it, like... Like, that's the thing, yeah. It's forcing me to see different lines. It's forcing me to actually... Like, it's forcing me to see sequences and combos in my hands. It's forcing me to, like, look ahead to future turns. It's forcing me to, like, actually play the board. Being a control player means I don't develop the skill set necessary to play the board sometimes. And so this is, like, the most extreme way of doing it. And, yeah, I know it's hard, but I'm having fun playing it, and... But, like... This is true in the other competitive games that I play, and from what I've heard, it's true in this one too. I'm low elo. I can climb on whatever dog shit deck I want. I don't think this is a dog shit deck, but even if it was, I can climb. Okay, I made myself giggle. Let's play again. Fucking Lurk. Like... So, I mean, Lurk is the kind of archetype where... Lurk is the kind of archetype where sometimes it does just blow you out on a high roll, right? Red Gwen with Elise in it. Okay, we know what the units are, but... I am keeping a Diana. Because she's good in tempo matchups. We're attacking on odds. We have a Solari soldier. Don't mind if I do.
Ours is the one true light.
Slight pain in the ass, but they get the value that they kind of want. Or they just decide they want to properly trade with it. And then I'm just going to leave it alive, and you're not going to do anything with that. That one I'm going to trade into. Flight is my trigger. I can trigger Flight into Diana, Challenger, into whatever they develop. Unspeakable. I think I bank this turn. And then I just willingly take this. And of course that is 2 Hallowed triggers, but it kills... Hallowed procs, but it kills their value engine. And... that's what... No, I don't have Morning Light. And yeah, the flight into Diana line. I'm just gonna pretend I top decked it and didn't have a plan, so they think I'm stupid. But they're probably not paying attention to that, to be honest. I'm kind of okay with that. That means it's not being used on Diana, at least. Is she getting real value now? No. And so I'm actually going to play out Shadestalker instead to push some damage and just block some. Okay, well, yeah, and then there's my blocker into this instead of the flight. They probably would have developed that one into Diana anyway, truth be told, but. Okay, so there is Gwen. Diana cannot remove that, but Nightfall Nocturne can give it vulnerable at least. I don't want to use defensive flight. They only have one hallowed. Wait, one hallowed? Oh, because I didn't kill this guy, that's right. And the Prodigy himself isn't hallowed. Yeah. How do I play this line out? I really don't want to play just to survive. I do need to get myself in a position where, okay, it's probably this so I can max out value from Unspeakable Horror, use you as a chump blocker into you. Although, unfortunately, that is awkward. Like, they're pushing 12. Well, it's now 5, like Gwen plus the 2, hitting for 6. I think it's better for me to trade right now, because I need to keep some things alive. Yeah. And of course, I wouldn't actually damage Gwen, given her quick attack. It gave me a Stygian. Ooh, we can work with that. We're going to develop Diana now. She will flip very soon. I think if I get a really... I'm going to have 5. I'm not going to be able to play out Nocturne. If I get a really good top deck, I can probably get 2 Nightfall triggers here. Ooh, yeah. That works. That works 100%. And that means I can kill Gwen this turn.
First time, madam. I suppose it's rather novel.
I should never tire of something so grand.
Find your path in the dark and follow no false light.
Okay, unfortunately, it sucks, but I do have to pre-commit the Unto Dusk. Hopefully that should be a big enough swing on specifically... I mean, because this is +4, so I'm trying to think of any, like, combat tricks they might have. It's, like... No, they don't have any defensive... Is it worth doing it on you? Yeah, that's still virtually the same swing, except now you guys are getting more too, right? I'll take that. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. You're also now permanently a 3-1, so you actually have more board presence. We have a Fading Memories to bring out a Nocturne in case something... I don't like you being alive, you're going to bring Gwen out. Okay. What do I do about this now? What do I do about this now? Is this Nocturne line greedy? I really should just play Twilight Protector, shouldn't I? They've just spent everything on the Eternal Dancer's turn. I only need 1 blocker to live. No, I don't. That's quite a lot more damage than I... Actually, this still gives me access to a Nocturne play afterwards, so I was really hesitating too much. Yep, there's the funny. Any little damage buff kills me here, and so it is necessary to... Yeah. Copy dancers for next turn. Actually kind of based, but... I think I just... Oh, wait. Do I generate a... No, I don't generate anything that means anything. I'm just not taking any chances that they... Like, the thing that I know about Red Gwen is that the spells are the things that vary the most. Like, generally, these Red Gwen decks are using the same units, but the spells are going all over the place. Yeah, see, Mark of the Isles. I would have lost if I didn't block both. I actually would have lost if I didn't block both.
No matter their resolve, mine will be stronger.
Moonlight cloaks the land in
Okay.
silver.
We must kill everything. Actually, hang on.
Moonlight guide me.
That sucks. I mean, I guess it'll be okay. I mean, he's not getting his effect because he's not flipped yet. Everything is going to be fearsome, but it shouldn't matter.
I cannot turn back.
Yeah, I don't quite get to end, and that could be a problem because I'm now out of cards. I barely didn't push lethal. I'm going to have to sacrifice one of my champions, I think, to win the game. Or they could play Harrowing and I could lose.
What a joy!
Can I...
Meet destiny.
No, because they're both fucking flipped, man. Like, it's just... My all-in didn't work, but I had no other options, so... Nocturne was one away from being flipped. Did I miss an opportunity to flip him earlier? Like... If I had flipped Nocturne, like, if I had level 2 Nocturne, that turn is a victory. Like, I do win the game. Did I miss an opportunity? Did I throw away a unit that I shouldn't have? Let's find out. We're just watching our Fearsome in Nightfall. I was so close, man. I like how I played this. That's a fine trade. Like, I like how I banked mana for the Unspeakable Horror instead of, like, trying to play stuff out for no reason. Flight Diana was my play. Or no, Flight Shade Stalker was my play, but I actually think Flight Diana was probably better. I think Diana was probably better, right? Oh no, but Shade Stalker was a blocker. Shade Stalker was a blocker. And I would never block with Diana. Did it end up working out that way? I played Twilight, right? I played Twilight, right? So we got 1 Nocturne progress now. I played Flight, actually. Flight was my blocker. No, it was just a greedy... I mean, that 5 didn't matter because in the end they blew me out so hard with Harrowing. It didn't make a difference. I pulled Stygian, which is really good. I pulled Diana here. I did sack a Nightfall, which is fine and understandable. This is a Nightfall unit who attack. Like, this is a Nightfall unit. That gets Nocturne to 4. I mean, again, I think this is a good turn. I think I used my Unto Dusk well. Like, I think I almost made a mistake by using it on Diana, but I spread out the damage more. I dealt more overall to the board. Gwen died. Twilight comes out. They're valuing every point of HP they can get because, like, they just have... I mean, their deck goes later than mine. They can afford to sack units more than I can. We had the funny fading onto Dancer's line that I didn't think would do anything, especially since it's so expensive. We just have to survive this. Did I just kill too many Hallowed units or something? Like, they did scale their Hallowed a lot. Twilight Protector. I mean, I have Twilight Protector as my opener, but I also have Fading Memories as my opener. I chose Twilight because I wanted to block Gwen, and I had to block Gwen. I had to block both or I lose, right? So far, no major complaints with how I played out the hand that I had. But, like, yeah, no, I actually attacked with everything I had. And so I just came up 1 short to... There was no way for me to actually create Nocturne 2, and they just had an Arachnoid Sentry and stifled my attack, and... Okay, no, I just gave this one a try. I think at a glance, it appears that I played it out as well as I could have. Because I mean, I'm not finding a way to generate this extra damage. I mean, I guess we can talk about that Shadestalker turn again, and we can debate whether it was right or not. Because, like, maybe it is just Diana. But Diana would only be killing the best target for Unspeakable Horror. And it's not like I lost by 1, so Unspeakable Horror could have been used. Like, it's not like it had to be used on the Nexus. I guess I just don't win the race, right? Like... Am I missing something? Does anybody here see something that I'm not seeing? Like a sequence that actually lets me push the tempo harder than what I did? Because clearly I have to go faster in this matchup. They are a lot more inevitable than I am. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything I could have like that like jumps out at me as an obvious mistake. And my understanding of when to preserve health and when to preserve units and stuff, it's so... Is everything just on a case-by-case basis? Do you just have to do, like, a value analysis on every decision? Like... Yeah, I literally cannot come up with a general principle for how I should be playing the board. You can just... So there are ways... the thing that's screwing me up is that I'm constantly against radically different decks where it seems like the rules change. And they do. It is a deck-based thing, I think. I think it's a deck-based thing. Because, like, before, the principles of, like, how do I play out my spells? How do I, like, mulligan stuff? Like, when I don't know what the enemy's deck is, right? Like, how do I, right? Open pass when the enemy must misplays bad, right? If I need to know when I'm going to get value from a card that I'm playing. I need to know, like, when removal becomes more valuable. Like, but it's just weird being in the aggro perspective, you know? Like, Red Gwen, you will lose on harrowing if it resolves often enough where HP doesn't matter. Okay. That does make sense. It's just about preventing actual lethal. But okay, so so we're now moving away. We're now at the stage of the game, me playing an aggro deck, me playing at this level. We're now moving away from some of the general principles, and we must find principles for our matchups. And this did just get a lot more complicated. Okay. I know, it's like, oh. That's a good point. I didn't think about it. The can't block. Ugh. Pirate aggro. Okay, pirate aggro. We know what's happening here. We just have to make sure we don't develop like flights into Make It Rains. I'm attacking on evens. How do I play out a hand on evens like this? Doom Beast actually looks really valuable, but I feel like I would draw into it when I need it. Like, I do need to play anti-aggro. I do need to play to deny burn. Solari Soldiers actually... You know what? It's like... No, Solari Soldier's like threatening the stuff that's coming up. You know what? This feels stupid, but this is what I'm keeping. I'm just...
I have my orders.
Night flowers upon my blade.
Beautiful turn.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
Coming in hot!
Lunari, rise!
Try me.
I thought he would match that in my Stygian Onlooker, and then I would lose the value of this card. I would definitely prefer for this to happen. Especially since I'm willing to bet that this deck doesn't have a lot of, like, 3 attack unit. I guess it has also the like the can't block, but that guy can't block, so... Hold the Doom Beast until I actually...
Fuse is lit.
Yeah, okay.
Only a fool
The rear
would
guard,
enter
yep, that
battle
guy, thank you.
unprepared.
No one's the wiser. They'll never see it come behind ya.
We will resist.
I think this is probably best. Actually, yeah. I mean, almost surely, yes, that's kind of what this archetype does. I'm going to now attempt to push with my onlooker. I am also allowed to use Doom Beast later.
Never lost a fair game. Played one.
It's actually my flight that matters here, I think.
Something for
I just need to keep my options open, I believe. I really should have thought about that. It's the same Freljord thing, I just... Sure. If I have to use the flight as a blocker, so be it. I have two of them. I have too many of them going on.
Where's my axe?
We do a little sucking.
For the Empire.
They do a little burning.
Make the Empire proud.
Okay, how do I play this out in such a way that doesn't make me really sad? How do I play this out in such a way that still gives me a win condition? It's just Twilight Protector as a blocker, and I try to keep my Nexus health high. And then I can use Flight into Glenkeeper to target Twisted Fate, and... Okay, we can stop now, right?
Strike at them.
Wait, low-key, it's just this, right? I guess if they pull a Decimate ever, I feel really awful about this, but... This is... I mean, the Saboteur has to die. Twisted Fate can't die. You can't block. So I need to leverage that into my next turn and try to get value out of that. Pray that you're low enough on cards that this is okay. Okay, Flight into Glenkeeper to kill TF. Okay, I'm gonna lose to Decimate now. There it is. There it is. That's it. That's Decimate. Yep, this... I had a lot of counterplay! Woo! I guess it mattered that I let the 3-1 through rather than a 2-2. Like... How do you predict this? Oh my god! How do you predict the exact interactions that are gonna... Like... Cause like... I just don't know which line leads to what. I don't know what my block decisions lead to. I can kind of rationalize it, but then, like... Who knows what any... Like, what's gonna come out? Like... I'm struggling so much playing this deck. I don't get why anyone wants to play aggro. It's teaching me stuff about the board, and that's very important, but I'm struggling to actually, like, process those lessons right now. I'm really struggling to process those lessons. At the end of the day, like, I'm mad because I'm losing. That's what's happening. I need to just figure out what knowledge I'm lacking. I'm just mad that I can't figure out exactly what that is right away. Like, that's what's happening here. I can't figure out how to generate principles from here. Were we beating Decimate at any point, though? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, but I'm tired of feeling like because I picked an aggro deck, I mean, maybe my moles have been, like, dog shit lately. I think my last few moles have been really bad. And I'm just... But, like, I'm playing something very difficult because I thought it would expose me to a lot more situations. And it did expose me to a lot more situations, but it's exposing me to a lot more situations that don't have obvious answers. It's exposing me to situations that I really have to, like, sit down and figure out, and it's just not working. It's just... And I'm going to figure it out. I always do. That's the thing. It's why I shouldn't be mad right now. Because I always figure it out. It's just that I've played too long into fatigue, and I am not going to be able to learn anything from that position when I'm really tired. Just... Okay, chat. This is a very important question, and I desperately need you guys to answer it. Would you say that I actually did experience a few unwinnable games and I'm driving myself insane trying to find answers where there were none? With the way that some of those aggro hands played out, like with the enemy lurk, with the enemy Giga Burn pirate aggro stuff, with just the answers that I had into Red Gwen's deck, am I looking for, like, answers where there just are none? I genuinely... this is going to be the only time that someone can tell me you just lose because of their hand, and I won't be upset. Because I need to start understanding when there is nothing I could have done. Otherwise, I'm going to go ballistic trying to learn from a bad example. There's at least 2 tonight where I didn't have an option. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because I listed 3. So there's probably something... I'm fine with that. I listed 3 of them. It's, again, the thing we just discovered earlier, right? A bad thing occurs, and I immediately jump down my own throat. It's like, a bad thing occurred. It's your fault, like, always. You did something wrong. But, like... just by the nature of a game having some RNG, just by the nature of a game having teammates, if we're going back to the league comparison that we were talking about, it's just like, sometimes things just go wrong, and the idea isn't that I need to win everything, it's that I need to keep working on how to play the board. And what's frustrating me is it's just not in my skill set. What's frustrating is so. We have leads for how I need to figure this out. It's just that the problem got very, 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 very big because we determined that I need to learn matchup-specific principles to know how to play the board. That is a gargantuan problem, and I'm stressing myself out about that. I don't need to know it all now. What this means is that I have now probably plateaued playing aggro. To get to the next step, I'm going to have to lose for a while and learn how to deal with the boards of different decks. That is going to be a deeply frustrating experience. But if I can work on the overarching problem, which is that I will criticize, like, I don't know why I criticize myself for not knowing stuff. It's so annoying. I don't know why I'll get into that burn deck, lose, maybe there was nothing I could do, but I don't know for sure if there was nothing I could do. So now I'm driving myself crazy because I couldn't figure out if that's cope, and I should, like, because if there was something I should do, I should find out what it is. Like, if there was something I could have done about that, I need to find out what it is, or I'm just wasting my time, like, getting mad at it. And I'm already wasting my time getting mad at it, because that's not productive. Like... I just don't know what a matchup spread looks like for aggro. I don't know when I'm disadvantaged, because, like, I have to play very differently against everything. I can't just sit there and, like, you know what, just, no, I'm not going to queue up again. I'm going to tilt myself if I queue up. Look, here's the problem, guys. A lot of rules don't apply the same way to them. That's okay, I guess. Like, it's still forcing me to look for... It's still forcing me to look at my entire hand and try to figure out how to play it. Like... When I was losing before, I was fine with it because I was able to figure out quickly what I did wrong. And I feel like I'm past that point. I'm getting a lot of conflicting bits of information that's just driving me insane because I don't know what to do with it. And again, I shouldn't be mad because I always figure it out. I will always figure it out. This is why I'm able to... Like, I have an excellent analytical brain. I will always figure it out. I just... This is not in my skill set. I am stuck on a problem. Being stuck on a problem and dealing with it is not in my skill set. So we're going to deal with this in a healthy way. And I'm going to go talk to a coach. And I'm going to go bring some questions up. And I'm probably going to talk about some of the specific games that I played tonight in an environment where someone can actually help me. Because I do have resources in this game. I do have people who can help. Yeah, I do have resources and people who can help. So I'm going to figure out, I'm going to find something to do to solve this. This is going to be the last stream of the year, I think. Is it? Yeah, okay. Because my plan is not to stream tomorrow. I am going to spend New Year's, like, maybe with my family. I'm just going to leave New Year's open to see what I do with my family. And, you know, maybe if it's nothing, maybe I do actually end up showing up. Yeah. I have to... I have to step away and get some perspective on this problem. I just don't know. Oh, no, something's brewing. Something's brewing in my head. It's not about this. It's not about this specifically. It's a problem-solving framework. Something's brewing. Something's brewing. I want to go figure that out. I'm gonna go rest and I'm gonna like I have to ramble this out. You the stuttering has started. Guys, we're at the position where the stuttering has started. So okay, so this is gonna make me incapable of speech. I need to go talk to one of the people who can handle me in this state, because once I do, fucking magic is going to happen. But until then, I need to get off stream. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to love yourselves, respect each other, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful end of your years. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.